First sessions. Sometimes your first session doesn't really take off, and that's okay. Sometimes your first session is really just a chance for the players to get to know the campaign world, and that's okay too. Sometimes players are more interested in kicking around ideas for the campaign world than actually playing the game, and that is a very good sign. If I could give you 2 tips about first sessions, it would be to prepare yourself, that you're probably not going to get through as much story as you'd like to, and conversely, on the flip side, to be prepared with a lot of plot hooks. Even if your players are excited about this game, even if they have great characters, they may not have a lot of momentum. They're not invested in the story yet because it's not happening yet, so you may have to throw things in their path to force them to react, force them to engage. Give them something to react to, and be okay with it if it still doesn't go anywhere. My objective for this first session was really just to let the players get to know the setting and the situation they're in. To catch you up, there are a pop band who is also superheroes. In a world where Earth is a corporate cyberpunk dystopia and the solar system is full of magic spells and gods. Link in the description. Scene 1, the band has just finished their really big concert in a stadium that seats 1 million, was built for them. The press is thronging them, sticking microphones in their face. Are you aware that your record sales, adjusted for world population, have outsold the Beatles, Simon Garfunkel, and the Rolling Stones combined, making you the most popular band in history? Kind of starts them off with something to react to, right? Give them a chance to get into character. Kind of the scene is coming to them because they're the center of attention. Good place to start out when the players don't have any momentum yet. So they meet their agent. He's like, hey, there was a pretty good show out there. You know, you really knocked him dead. And he tells them there's some pretty big people waiting to see him in the back. And what I should have done is had the big people actually try to kill him. Again, give the players things to react to. You know, just this whole squad of super-powered bad guys trying to knock the band off. But I didn't think of that. Instead, I had them go backstage and kind of accidentally stumble into this mysterious room. It's got like bas-reliefs on the wall showing scenes of heroes and generals and musicians, all these people throughout time, like vanquishing monsters and having girls faint for them. They get accosted by this old man with a flowing white beard and a dingy bathrobe. He says, "Welcome. I waited long for this moment." And he's Nostradamus. With the advent of tabloid magazines, he achieved enough fame to be resurrected and brought to Olympus. He unrolls this scroll, shows him, "From the least of the planets, the chosen ones shall arise." Had it to do over again, I would have prepared this NPC with a lot more humorous cliche dialogue. It ended up being kind of like an info drop, and info drops really, I'm gonna tell you, they're not engaging to your players. You've got to be giving them something to react to, right? Play up the fact that this is not an epic Chosen One's speech. This is a parody, you know, if that's what you're doing. They know what this is. They've seen this in the movies, and now we're just having fun with like a joke version of the Chosen One's speech. And of course, they don't believe that they're the Chosen Ones. They don't even believe that fame can give you powers. So Nostradamus arranges a little demonstration, drops them through the floor into this death maze with like crushing blocks and buzzsaw blades and flames and lasers and killer robots. Now the players have already decided what powers they have, but the player characters don't know about them yet. This is the scene where they find out. But here's the thing that I did, it was a risky move, but it paid off, is give the players a chance to describe to me what happens that causes you to discover your powers. And they did a great job. BC, who has Mr. Fantastic stretchiness, just gets flat out crushed between 2 blocks, kind of wafts away, realizes he's alright. The kind of stoner guy, whose power is sheer mellowness, everybody's running around, he just kind of chills out. Till the spinning blades in the room are like choo 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 choo. And he just strolls in between them. The DJ, who manipulates light, finds out he can deflect lasers. The sexy one asks me if one of the killer robots could be female. Goes up to her, fries her brain with a well-crafted pickup line. Like he knew he had game, but he never knew it was a power before. And so that was all no-roll, narration, BS action scenes, expressing who their characters are. And that was about it. That was all we got to, was just kind of fooling around with this scenario. So again, don't expect anything to happen other than fooling around with the scenario, especially if it's kind of an unusual setting, and be ready with provocative, interesting, gotta react to it stuff to put in front of them, in case they were expecting to do more than fool around tonight. That sounded bad, because even if they are, they still don't have any momentum. You can't expect them to pursue plot hooks. You may have to push them to react, to plot poke. Well, that's my video. If you want to follow my session vlogs, subscribe to this channel, or check out my blog. There's a link in the description, probably. I post every Monday and Thursday, and until next time, make their wishes come true.